I think there's a temptation to view discipleship more like a factory than a field. With a factory, there's some straightforward processes. You focus on passing on the right instructions, you do the right things, you follow the plan and the process, and out the other end pops whatever you want. Maybe as we think about discipleship, there's a temptation to think that if we get the right programs and products and processes in place, that out the other end will automatically pop a disciple. But we probably know it's not that way in reality. But sometimes that's the way we can view it. Paul suggests that discipleship is much more like farming in a field. He uses the picture of a farmer getting the soil right, uprooting the weeds, planting the seed, watering it, and then God will make it grow. For a farmer in a field, it can be unpredictable at times. They need to assess the crop. They need to get the conditions right. Sometimes it's fruitful, sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes growth is obvious, and sometimes growth is hidden. I think that's the picture of discipleship, where we're watering, we're sowing, we're praying, we're watching and assessing the crops. Sometimes we see growth, sometimes we don't. Paul left the readers of Corinthians in no doubt that while he planted and Apollos watered, it was God who was making things grow. I think sometimes in discipleship we have a danger of two opposite extremes. One is that we know that God does all the growing, and so we sit back and we say, well, we're relying on God to do that and we don't need to take any responsibility. The other danger is that we take all the responsibility and burden on ourselves. We work and we try and we strive, but we don't really rely on God. I think discipleship is like a field because we're both taking responsibility for planting and watering, but we're also relying on God to bring the growth.